Speaker, Honorable Colin Brooks, and the President, Honorable Nasir Al-Asma of the State Parliament of Victoria. May I join the presiding officers and clerks to acknowledge the staging of this year's conference in your beautiful Parliament in the state of Victoria. The Speaker of the Bougainville House of Representatives, Honorable Simon Pentanu, conveys his greetings to the people of the state of Victoria and to the participating presiding officers and clerks. Thank you for the invitation to attend the 51st Presiding Officers and Clerks Conference. Unfortunately, we will not be attending in person. It is a privilege, however, to address this year's conference through a video presentation. I thank the organizers of the conference and my IT staff in Buka for facilitating this video presentation on the role of Parliament in sustaining parliamentary democracy and looking at the theme for this year's conference, Democracy's Way Forward in the Challenges Faced. But briefly, presiding officers and clerks, the Bougainville peace process, which ended with the signing of the Bougainville Peace Agreement, reflected the willingness and commitment by the Bougainville leaders and Papua New Guinea government leaders to end the war and restore social and economic services and legal government authorities in the autonomous region of Bougainville. The amendment of the National Constitution, which provided for an organic law on peace building, autonomous Bougainville government, and the Bougainville referendum, demonstrated the role that the Papua New Guinea Parliament played to resolve a conflict in the Pacific region. I believe that the Bougainville Peace Agreement is a successful agreement that ended acts of atrocities, killings, and anarchy rule in Bougainville. A democratically elected autonomous Bougainville government emerged in 2005. General elections are held in the autonomous region of Bougainville after every 5 years. The fourth general election of the autonomous Bougainville government was conducted in 2020. Our next general elections will be conducted in 2025. Both the Papua New Guinea government and the autonomous Bougainville government are committed to fully implement the Bougainville Peace Agreement on a time frame of granting independence to Bougainville by 2025 and no later than 2027. Presiding officers and clerks, marching towards Bougainville's independence has its legal and constitutional challenges. The post-referendum consultation between the government of Papua New Guinea and the autonomous Bougainville government concluded on a very positive note on the eve of the national general elections of the 11th Parliament of Papua New Guinea. The incoming government and the members of the 11th Parliament shall be guided by the Arakone Covenant and the proposed constitutional regulations when ratifying the 97.7% vote on a separate independent Bougainville. The referendum result of the conduct of the Bougainville referendum by the Bougainville Referendum Commission, chaired by Betty Ahen, the former Prime Minister of Northern Ireland, demonstrated the people's desire to have a separate, independent Bougainville. The question that is now asked, and that has been asked from the beginning of the peace process up until the signing of the Bougainville Peace Agreement, is the role that the Bougainville House of Representatives played during the post-referendum consultation period leading up to the final decision to be made by the National Parliament of Papua New Guinea on the result of the Bougainville referendum. That has been a very important challenge for the House of Representatives. Apart from its traditional oversight and scrutiny role, the Bougainville House of Representatives has established parliamentary processes which engages the members of the House of Representatives to advocate on peace by peaceful means in their constituencies and the implementation of the three pillars of the Bougainville Peace Agreement, which are weapons disposal, autonomous Bougainville government, and the conduct of the Bougainville referendum. The parliamentary process started with the Parliament resolution on the Bougainville referendum ready mission of 2016. The resolution engaged the ministers and members to advocate on social, political, and economic matters affecting the respective constituencies with an objective to prepare the people to fully participate in the conduct of the Bougainville referendum. The 97.7% vote in favor of independence for Bougainville was attributed to the role played by the members of the House of Representatives to prepare the people to fully participate in the conduct of the Bougainville referendum. The people's choice on independence for Bougainville completed the Bougainville House of Representatives to pass another resolution in 2020 on the Bougainville Independence Mission readiness. While the autonomous Bougainville government and the national government were engaged in the post-referendum consultations, members of the House returned to their respective constituencies to conduct awareness on the Bougainville Independence Mission and tabled constituency reports in the House of Representatives. Both resolutions are executed at the regional, national, and international levels. It is therefore appropriate in time that the presiding officers and clerks are informed on the Bougainville Independence Mission and the role played by the Bougainville Parliament in peace building and its role in upholding the principles of parliamentary democracy in the post-conflict region. A broad statement on Parliament, a pillar for peace and custodian of parliamentary democracy in the post-conflict region, is a statement that the Bougainville House of Representatives will continue to embrace. Let me end my presentation with a message from the Speaker, Honorable Simon Pentano. A strong functioning legislature is only possible with the members combining their political representative roles with a role as a parliamentarian that recognizes the Parliament as the highest accountable body on the land in pursuance and practice of the parliamentary democracy we choose. Thank you for your attention.